Okay, on this video, I want to talk about dividing polynomials. What's a polynomial? It is a mathematical expression that has multiple terms in it. Like this one up here, this numerator, you see how there are three things being added together? Well, that's a polynomial, and we're dividing that by 13. Well, in order to carry out division like this, and this is coming from page 343 in the textbook, this is number 6, we want to split that fraction so that all the numerator terms have their own denominator, and it's okay to do this. Now, this is when we have only a single term in the denominator that we can take this step. So you now see how I split it into three different fractions, where each of the terms from over here has its own fraction here with its own denominator of 13. Like I said, it's okay to do that. Now that we only have one term in each fraction, we can begin canceling or reducing, which means we're going to divide the top and the bottom by the same number. In that case, we just divided the 26 by 13 and got 2. We divided the 13 by 13 and got 1. So we move to the next fraction. We divide 39 by 13 and get 3. And again, the 13 in the denominator ends up as a 1. And both of them over here in this last fraction end up as 1 because we divided both of those by 13 as well. So then all we have to do is clean it up and multiply and rewrite, and we end up with this expression right here. You have the 2 times the x squared becomes 2x squared. 3 times x becomes 3x. And then 1 over 1 is just 1. Notice that it doesn't go away. When those numbers were canceled out, they really leave a 1 behind. A lot of times we don't write that. Okay, so now let's take a look at number 24. Here's one where we have a parenthesized expression that has two terms in it, but we're going to do the same thing. How many terms are in the top of this fraction right here? Well, there are two things being added together overall, because there's one plus sign that is not in parentheses right there in the middle. So we're going to split it into two fractions. And it becomes what you see right here. See, both of these terms that came from over here now have their own fraction with their own copy of that denominator. And like I said, that feels weird to do, but it's okay to do. Well, guess what we're doing now? We are going to cancel the b plus 3. It's okay to cancel an expression that has multiple terms in that as long as it's on the top and the bottom. And we did it in both fractions. Excuse me. Now it's time to clean it up and multiply and rewrite. And so the only thing left from this one was the a, and the only thing left over here was the 3. And so our final answer is a plus 3.